think you have to treat yourself as a human. So you're not just building a business. And I've been using I think it's just having it written somewhere was really lovely. I was very, very privileged that Jackie Schuld, who's written a book, in this case, it's focused on art therapy. So it's therapy, private practice. But her focus is creating a private practice that enriches you as a human and a therapist. I've forgotten which way is it that way, that it's clear. Okay. It's a fabulous book and for a number of reasons. And one of those is that it's got an enlarged font size. So it breaks it down and it doesn't offer too much information on each page. So it gives you, and it's written in small sections, but it also has instructions on things like how to read this book, which I just think are amazing. So it does that real autistic communication of, I'm going to structure this book in this way and you have these choices. You do not need to read it chronologically, but you can. So it then does contents by chronological order and then separately does contents by topic. Rather than having some kind of, a thing at the back you have to go through and search, it just prioritizes it at the front and says, you can choose what you need to look at. And I just love that. And what it is it's a collation of her work when she went through the first 3 years of setting up a private practice. And it kind of talks about the things she had to come to know and realize and also accept about her own needs as a human when running a business. She runs a blog and she is really just very open in her process. And now she's gone from having a larger, successful business model practice to specializing in late identified autistic people specifically, and then talks about the decisions she made around who are the clients she wants to work with. And so what does she want to focus on? And so are they people who, for example, are just accessing regular therapies and they have an excessive amount of insurance money? So where is your price point sit? What are you valuing? Are you valuing the relationships you can build with somebody or having a business model that is financial? Like, what do you need from your business? And so for me, I want a sustained career that I'm able to work in, that I'm able to make a difference and help people. So I don't, for example, focus on charging the maximum prices. I'm working in the NDIS billable space because the clients I'm working with are people who don't financially have the means to be paying independently, but are accessing services because they need support to just live an everyday life. And half the time, they're not even clear what support it is that they need. And so, it's a bit of a process. And then I do write reports. So I have to be in that middle ground between working with people and where they're at, and then communicating that in language that's accepted by a funding body. So it's you've got to choose your clients and choose your focus. And obviously it's a specific model, but I think it really does apply outside of therapies.